So when I was watching The Legend of Bruce Lee, it's a TV series of 50 episodes chronicling his childhood, his teenage years, and his entire career. It occurred to me that the business model workout workshop that I created in 2006 is very much similar to Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do.
Bruce Lee's approach to martial arts, combining different styles, parallels your workshop's interdisciplinary approach. Both blend diverse elements to create something innovative and effective.
Yeah, so my business model workout workshop, or called the BMW workshop, basically was teaching first-time entrepreneurs and business owners. It was teaching them that to create a successful business, you got to focus on three main components or processes. Number one, marketing, and this is how you attract new customers. This is how you generate leads. Number two, the sales process. This is how you convert the leads into paying customers. And number three, production, or customer fulfillment. This is where you're serving the customer by providing a service or by delivering a product. So very much like Bruce Lee, I wanted to simplify the the process where entrepreneurs are creating a new successful business, and oftentimes entrepreneurs are confused, overwhelmed because they don't know what to do. There are so many things to do in business. So the BMW workshop was teaching them that there are only three things that they need to focus on: marketing, sales, and production, the production of customer satisfaction. Um, and so Bruce Lee had a similar idea. He said that traditional kung fu and all the other martial arts, they have a lot of components, a lot of moves that are unnecessary if the goal is to defeat the opponent, right? He saw martial arts as a combat sport. So he was really way ahead of mixed martial arts, and he was mixing all these different martial arts into a singular combat system that was very efficient, very lethal. So in the same manner, I wanted to teach entrepreneurs and business owners through the BMW workshop. I wanted to teach them that in business, if you want to succeed in creating a successful business, you got to focus on three processes and become very good at these three processes. Now, you can do them the way that fits you, that suits your particular talent and skill set. So you can do marketing or sales or production in a unique way, but generically, these are the three priorities that you should really think about every day and practice every day.
Your BMW workshop simplifies business success to three key processes: marketing, sales, and production. Like Bruce Lee's streamlined martial arts approach, focusing on these essentials helps entrepreneurs achieve success efficiently.
The validity of the BMW workshop was reinforced by something that Peter Drucker, the father of modern management, he said. He said that the purpose of a business is to create a customer. And that's exactly what the BMW workshop was teaching entrepreneurs, because you're attracting them through marketing, you're convincing them to buy your product and to commit, and finally, you're producing customer satisfaction. So you're creating a happy customer. A lot of times people go into business and they do all kinds of things like create a website, business cards, a YouTube channel, Instagram, social media, funnel, all of that. They're not focused on what is really essential to the creation of a successful business. Now, it doesn't mean that a website or business cards or networking are not necessary, but they're not critical. They may be important, but they're not critical. So in the BMW workshop, I'm teaching students that the what is critical and what could lead to the downfall of your business is like, imagine a boat, right? If you have a hole underneath the waterline, then your boat is going to sink. But you also need to have a boat, stuff on the boat, like the sail, that's going to allow you to move forward. So the BMW workshop focuses on all the elements that are beneath the waterline so that your boat can float. So as long as you have a BMW system or a customer acquisition system that allows you to bring in new customers all the time, then your boat is going to float. But it doesn't mean that it's going to move forward. You need a website, you need nowadays you need an AI strategy, you need human resources, etc. But fundamentally, what you need first and foremost is marketing, sales, and production.
Peter Drucker's quote reinforces the BMW workshop's focus on creating customers through marketing, sales, and production. These essential processes are critical to a business's success, like a boat's hull integrity, while other elements like websites and social media are important but non-essential.
And entrepreneurs have to practice their marketing skills or their lead generation skills and their sales abilities and also their ability to satisfy customers. These are the three skills that they need to practice over and over again every day, if possible, because the other functions like human resources, website design, copywriting can be outsourced to other professionals, to contractors. But the business owner, the CEO of a startup, really is responsible for marketing, sales, and production. So basically, that's what the BMW is all about. And I was surprised that I could see the analogy with the commonality with Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do, which is a new system of fighting that is very fluid, very adaptable to each person's situation and skill set. And so it's very fluid. But the BMW says that you cannot negotiate or compromise on these three things: marketing, sales, and production. And your business plan and your daily business schedule has to incorporate these three priorities because if you fail in one of these three priorities, if you don't know how to attract customers, or you don't know who your customers are, or your target market is, if you don't know how to sell, and if you don't know how to satisfy customers, well, your business is going to sink. And this applies to businesses of all sizes. It applies to nonprofit organizations. It applies to social ventures.
The BMW workshop emphasizes that entrepreneurs must prioritize marketing, sales, and production skills, which cannot be outsourced. These essentials apply to all businesses, nonprofits, and social ventures, and neglecting them can lead to failure.
So let me explain the three elements of the business model workout. First of all, business. You gotta focus on the business, and like I said before, and Peter Drucker agrees, the purpose of a business is to create a customer. It's not even to create a product. You can outsource the production of manufacturing of a product and the distribution and shipping of a product, but you cannot outsource serving the customers. That's what you are responsible for, because as a business owner, you're supposed to create and retain a customer. So that's what business means in the business model workout. Model here refers to, you're creating a model or a way of doing business that is unique to you. So if you're good at public speaking, then your entire business should be based on public speaking. You should be publicly speaking every chance you get. If you're really a great salesperson, then you should be on the phone and sell all the time, or on Zoom or on YouTube. So the model here refers to how you create a business model that is suitable for you, that fits you like a glove. And the third component, workout, means that you've got to practice, you've got to work it out. You cannot, I see business very much like a martial arts, all the martial arts. You got to, combine different martial arts together into a singular fusion combat system that is perfect for you.
The business model workout, BMW, consists of three elements: business, model, and workout. Business focuses on creating and retaining customers. Model refers to a unique approach tailored to your strengths. Workout emphasizes practicing and refining your skills to execute the model effectively.
Another insight I got from watching videos of Bruce Lee and learning more about mixed martial arts, or the Ultimate Fighting Championship, which is an organization created by Dana White, where he's recruiting the top fighters and pitting them against each other. One thing I learned is that business is very much like mixed martial arts, right? You get into the octagon, the marketplace is like the octagon, and you're going all out. You can't hold back. You have to go all out like George St. Pierre, or Khabib or Conor McGregor. You got to go all out because either you go down in the octagon or the other guy goes down. And I think this mindset, this warrior mindset, is something that is missing in a lot of entrepreneurs. They might be talented, they might know what they're doing in terms of creating new product, but they're not warriors. And having a great product is nothing if you don't know how to fight in the business world. And the business world is very much like an octagon in mixed martial arts.
Business is like mixed martial arts, requiring a warrior mindset to succeed in the marketplace octagon. Entrepreneurs must be willing to go all out, like top fighters, or risk being defeated by competitors. Talent and products are not enough without this fighting spirit.
Some people call it leadership, but leadership can be defined in so many ways. But when we talk about war or a battle, there is only one winner. And if you're not the winner, then you're the loser. And that's why it's important to have this mindset. But before you develop this mindset, because it's not something that you're born with, you got to focus on the essentials, which once again is lead generation, sales conversion, and customer satisfaction.
Winning in business requires a warrior mindset, focusing on essentials like lead generation, sales conversion, and customer satisfaction to emerge victorious in the marketplace.
So I created the BMW workshop for a group of women entrepreneurs. There were about 20 of them in May 2006. So that's like 18, is that right? That's 18 years ago. And today, like about 2 decades later, that business approach is still relevant because, in fact, it's more relevant than ever because there are so many tools, so many training programs, so many webinars, so many books on business, and entrepreneurs are really confused about what they must focus on in order to succeed in creating a new cash flow positive business.
The BMW workshop's focus on marketing, sales, and production remains crucial today, amidst numerous tools and training programs to help entrepreneurs prioritize essentials for success.
Yesterday, I bought the Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do manual because I want to study how he defines his warrior philosophy and all the combat techniques that he's teaching in that little book. Now, I don't necessarily intend to become a practitioner of martial arts, maybe one day, but basically, I bought the book because I see the common characteristics between Jeet Kune Do and the BMW teachings. And basically, the BMW teaching says that, look, you can start with production, you can start with marketing, sales, but at some point, you got to practice all three. Another analogy is like the game of tennis, right? You need to master the basics. First of all, the serve. You have to have a good serve because 50% of the time you're going to be serving. You got to master the forehand and you got to master the backhand. You might not even have to go to the net, but the serve, the forehand, and the backhand are critical strokes to practice and master. And so the BMW, in a similar manner, the BMW teaches students that you got to practice your lead generation, you got to practice your sales conversion, and you got to practice your production.
Bruce Lee's philosophy and the BMW teachings share commonalities. Both emphasize mastering essentials, Lee's combat techniques, and BMW's lead generation, sales conversion, and production. Practice and mastery are key, like tennis basics, serve, forehand, and backhand.
Now, this is really the very basics. These are the fundamentals. There are business models that could be skipping one or even two of the three processes: marketing, sales, and production. So, for example, Marcus Freund was a Vancouver-based developer who created Plenty of Fish, which is a free dating online site. And so he offered his website for free to single men and women, and he was serving them pretty well, but he didn't charge anything. So his business model was lacking the production because he's not charging anything to his customers, and it was lacking the sales because he's not selling anything. It's free. But he did the marketing. In other words, he attracted millions of single men and women. And eventually, he sold, I think, less than 10 years later, he sold his website to Match.com for a cool $575 million US. And since he was a sole owner, he pocketed all of that money, $500 million. So that's an extreme example. It's an edge case where he's just doing marketing. And the best marketing is when you offer something for free. So we'll come back to that. But he was just doing marketing. He was just doing one out of the three processes. Now, it doesn't invalidate the BMW teachings because, like I said, you got to master the basics. In this case, he was able to sell, and that's the sales process. He was able to sell to a singular entity, which is Match.com, for $575 million. Now, it took him years. Same thing with Google and Facebook. It took them years of marketing their product, their free product, in order to build a user base before they could make money. Facebook and Google make money from selling ad space. Same thing with YouTube and probably Spotify. But the main point I want to make here is that you got to master the basics first. You can't just start with a business model like Facebook unless you're extremely talented like Mark Zuckerberg, or you can't start a company like Google or Uber or Airbnb. They have very exotic business models. You got to start with the basics, and the basics really are about marketing, selling, and production.
Marcus Fine's Plenty of Fish example shows a business model that skipped sales and production, focusing only on marketing, yet still achieved success. However, this is an edge case, and the BMW teachings emphasize mastering marketing, sales, and production basics for sustainable success.
Production, or the creation of value, or the manufacturing of products, doesn't have to be complicated. I call it production because it's a term that is broad enough, that is adaptable to many situations, but it can be something very simple. So, for example, I've been talking for exactly 17 minutes so far, and this video where I'm explaining the BMW teachings can actually be part of a video course later, or I could sell this audio conversation, this video, for $5, $10 to anyone in the world. So you can see that in less than 20 minutes, I've been able to produce a product, a digital product that can be sold worldwide. I can even translate, get the transcript and translate into other languages. Of course, 20 minutes is probably not enough, so I would have to speak for another 40 minutes in order to have 1 hour of useful content. But that's a digital product that I can create in 1 hour just by speaking on a topic where I'm an expert.
Production can be simple, like creating a digital product. I've created a valuable video/audio product in 17 minutes, which can be sold worldwide, translated, and repurposed into a video course.
So the production process is very definite, very precise, and especially in the case of a product, because once you create a good, viable product, you can just replicate ad infinitum, whether it's a physical product or a digital product. But the sales process and the marketing process are more likely to be experiments. In other words, you're not going to come up with the perfect sales process at the beginning. So you have to test different scripts, different keywords, different approaches to selling. You have to find the best way for you to sell to customers. And you have to be cost effective. You have to be efficient. You don't want the sales process to take too long. And you want the sales process to be enjoyable for the customer and the prospect as well. The same thing with marketing. Marketing really is a series of experimentations, and you have to proceed in a scientific manner. For example, you have to explicitly write down your hypothesis, and then you test your hypothesis through marketing campaigns. So it's important to have these expectations. You're not going to be able to design the perfect marketing campaign or the perfect sales process at the beginning. But when it comes to creating a new product, you have to also experiment, and your final product has to really be as close to perfection as possible, meaning that it has to satisfy the requirements of the customer. I would say that out of the three, the production process is most critical because you can outsource marketing and sales to other people, other contractors who can attract potential customers and close deals for you, but you can't safely outsource the production of your product or service, because that's your secret sauce. That's the value. That's where the money is.
Production is precise, replicable, and critical. Sales and marketing are experimental processes requiring testing and optimization. Outsourcing marketing and sales is viable, but production should be kept in-house to protect your secret sauce and value proposition.
So, anyways, that's in a nutshell what the BMW workshop, which I created in May 2006, that's what the BMW workshop is all about. And if you'd like to get more training, more details, you can communicate with me. The details are below, and I would be happy to send you more training resources and invite you to a Zoom session. But business is really that simple. I tell people, don't be intimidated by people who have an MBA degree, because chances are, if they have an MBA degree, they probably are very arrogant, and they're not. It's like what Bruce Lee is saying. You can have a black belt here and there, but in a real combat situation, that's where you show your skills. So in a similar manner, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you have a business degree or not. What matters is whether you're able to produce business results. And if you practice the BMW teachings, then you're going to be a lethal business practitioner, and you're going to be able to show to anyone, employers, clients, etc., that you master business because you're able to produce high quality results consistently. So, anyways, I want to invite you to the next Zoom session I'm going to give on the BMW workshop, and I'd be very happy and glad to see you there.
That's a wrap. The BMW workshop simplifies business to marketing, sales, and production. Don't be intimidated by MBAs. Focus on producing results. Join my next Zoom session to master the BMW teachings and become a lethal business practitioner. Details below.